The big time game on CBS featured, it was a game that I thought that, didn't carry massive, doesn't change the national landscape in a big way. I thought it delivered. I thought it was pretty fun. I thought that you've got a couple things happening at the same time. You've got the Bryce Underwood sort of arc and Bryce Underwood against Dylan Raiola. You've got Nebraska trying to just finally break through and end all of these wild statistical droughts. Michigan never really had the ball in this game. They just kept ripping off 60-yard, 75-yard runs for touchdowns. Kind of a wild one here. Yeah, we got thank you from Mikey on the screen. First Michigan trio with 50+ rush yards and a rushing TD in a Big Ten game since 2010. That would be Justice Haynes going for 149 and a score, Bryce Underwood 61 and a score on the ground, and Jordan Marshall 80 and a score on the ground. The feedback that I was starting to see, at least within the Nebraska circles, was you were encouraged by the competition, but that Michigan also showed some deficiencies that are with this team right now.
I was encouraged by things on both sides. I think the Nebraska skill guys are for real.
But the lines of scrimmage is
they're soft as hell, dude.
I think Michigan knew that, and I think they coached that way. I think they played that way. They're like, all right, well, if we get into a shootout and we're trying to go skill for skill, we're going to lose, especially on the road. But
I agree.
Just try to mash these guys, and that's exactly what they did.
Now, defensively, I was not surprised, but a little bit disappointed by how much Michigan blitzed. I don't think you need to. I would like to see some more guys in coverage, and I know it's Wink Martindale, so that's just what he does. He's going to blitz, and I get it. But you had guys winning one-on-one pretty consistently from a pass rush standpoint. I don't know that you have to blitz. Raiola's seeing the field pretty well. He's finding the one-on-one stuff. I'd like to kind of flood the passing lanes more and just trust my front line to get home there. And we go back to what we said pregame. Cincinnati, a bottom half, but not not basement, but a bottom half Big 12 team with a completely rebuilt offensive line and not much NIL money. They pushed you around all night. Their quarterback just threw dumbass interceptions, man. They had a 70% rushing success rate. Michigan's O-line is way down from what it was. They were without their best blocker, by the way, and they still got whatever they wanted in the run game. How many defensive lines would you take in the Big Ten behind Nebraska? Let me rephrase this. Would you rather have Nebraska's D-line or Northwestern's?
Nebraska.
Nebraska or Purdue?
Nebraska.
Nebraska or Michigan State?
Healthy Michigan State or?
Sure.
I don't know.
Tie.
Nebraska or UCLA? Because I think it's bottom 5 in
Nebraska.
The Big Ten point. Yeah, I think it's bottom 5 in the Big Ten. Those guys don't look like they belong at Nebraska.
Yeah, it's not good.
I'll tell you, on our Knowles group chat, that was the combo. Mostly, it was Tony White got out of there at the right time, man. He realized what the loss of those big bodies inside, were going to be for this team.
Rutgers or Nebraska?
God, Rutgers is bad defensively this year. Tie?
That's the group we're talking about, though.
Yeah, right. They're in that not playable contention.
Yeah.
That was box score wise. That's one of the most misleading quarterback box scores pairings that I've ever seen in my life.
Between Underwood and Raiola?
Yeah, because if you were to just look at the box score, you'd think Underwood played horribly and Raiola was great. Underwood was fine. Wasn't great. He was fine.
Yeah.
He also had a touchdown pass that was an absolute dime that hit his receiver in the hands and he dropped it. There were a few drops that Michigan had. So Underwood's stat line should look better. And all of Raiola's came on the Hail Mary and then the very final drive where they got the touchdown right before halftime. And boys, I'm done. I'm out on Dylan Raiola. I'm not going to pretend anymore. I'm not going to sit there and think it's going to get, he's just annoying. The stuff he does, where he's just like running left and flipping away with his right when he doesn't have to. And it just drives me insane because it's like, you remember how everybody started, like when Steph Curry first became a thing and they were saying Steph Curry's ruining basketball because now all kids want to do is chuck like 40-foot threes.
Yes.
Patrick Mahomes has ruined quarterbacking because now all these kids want to do all this stuff like Patrick Mahomes. And now obviously Dylan takes it to a very different level than everybody else, but he's trying all these stupid sidearm wrist flicky throws. He never steps into a damn throw, even when he's got a clean pocket. He just sits with his base is completely still and he just tries to fling it with his arm. It's horrible. And the fact that they let him get away with it repeatedly and nobody tries to fix it or like punish him for it, like it drives me insane. If I'm a Nebraska fan, I would be out of my mind. You're not going to win with your quarterback trying to make all these cool throws instead of just making the damn play that's there.
I forgot who it might have been Chase Daniel who tweeted this, but I'm not sure who it was exactly. It was like, man, I think it was Chase Daniel who tweeted this, but he was like, dude, if I need somebody to take like the most nonchalant of drops and just do a bunch of casual throwaways, I know who I'm calling. And yet, like, he does some stuff amazingly. It's just like, it's almost like he's just trying to be too cool with it.
The one touchdown he threw, it was a blown coverage, but it was a very nice throw. But yeah, he's always trying to do like a off-platform back foot kind of twirly whatever throw, and it's like, bro, just step into it and fire. Like, you've got really strong arm. You could be in the NFL if you ever tried to learn how to play quarterback. Instead, you're trying to learn how to play Patrick Mahomes. And Patrick Mahomes only does that when he has to. He doesn't do it every damn play.
Is Stafford his godfather? Is that it?
Matt, have a talk with him.
I was going to say, like, I think we've got somebody who can step in here because I haven't been breaking down Stafford film recently. I know he's been going through he started the season with some
he had a this is actually a bad influence right now. He had an insane sidearm throw the other night.
Oh no. So Dylan's
just like he had a fadeaway, like sidearm nonsense that was just beautiful.
I mean, this all goes back to just the way that nobody's bothering to develop quarterbacks anymore. Because like if I'm Dana Holgerson and I'm watching my guy do that every single week on tape, why am I not pulling him aside and saying, "Whoa, hey, come on, this is how you're supposed to do it." It's like I don't know. But I guess when you're only having him throw bubble screens all the freaking time,
I was going to say, because like Dana's like, I don't know, we're just trying to hit these short little passes and then hope that it sets up the defense for the one like deep shot later.
I don't think they had a whole lot of ability to protect it, to go deep, and I definitely get annoyed with like the visuals of how Raiola plays. It's annoying because it looks like he's not trying.
Exactly
how just casual he is with the dropbacks, right? And I'm not going to say the guy's not trying, but I do think like maybe style ranks too highly on his list of important factors. I also thought like he got the ball on time at times today. Like a lot of, I don't think most of these sacks were on him. I mean, Nebraska whiffed in some of these portal evaluations this year on both sides of the line of scrimmage, but like Pritchett really can't play, and he wasn't good at Bama either. And like they took him thinking they would fix him, and they so far have been unable to do so. Like there was pressure in his lap pretty quickly a lot of times tonight, I thought. And he played better against Michigan's defense than Mateer did, I thought. I mean, when you factor in the drop picks that Mateer threw, right? Like Mateer threw the cookies, they just dropped. But that's really not on Michigan. It's on Mateer.
There were some balls that Raiola threw today that should have been picked too. There was one that was. But like the one where he's getting sacked and he threw it, his own offensive lineman caught it. Like, bro, what? Yeah. But I will say too, you mentioned their offensive line, like they're not coaching their quarterback, nor are they considering that, hey, our tackles are getting the hell beat out of them on an island all day. Maybe we should give them some help. Why? I mean, there was a whole lot that Nebraska was doing today that was just kind of whatever. But here's a number for you guys. 28. Do you know what it is?
The number of consecutive games against ranked opponents that the Nebraska Cornhuskers football program have lost.
Correct. Here's another number for you. 18. Do you know what it is?
Ooh, I don't know 18. Tell me.
No.
The number of losses without a victory that Matt Rule has against ranked teams since leaving Temple, where he was 2-5, and he is now 0-18 at Baylor and Nebraska.
I don't think he's a bad coach. I just
no, neither do I. But we're going to give James Franklin crap for it.
I mean, we give Franklin for the top 10. This is AP ranked opponents.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, there is nothing that guarantees that Michigan will still be a ranked opponent at the end of the year. And we'll get to tomorrow's top 25 today here shortly. But that's a teens ass team, you know. No one's looking at Michigan. We are 4 weeks into this college football season. Everyone respects Bryce Underwood's talent, the way Michigan is built at the line of scrimmage, the absolute monsters that they have when they want to tee off on you in the pass rush. But they can be got. They've got some weaknesses. So no one's ready to put them in that conversation as a top 10 team in the country.
Are you more worried about Michigan's secondary, or are we just going to give more credit to Nebraska's receivers?
I think Nebraska's wide receivers are pretty good.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Like I don't think Michigan's defense is what it was last year.
I don't think Michigan. Sure. It's so funny. I think Michigan on the perimeter, offensively and defensively, is the weakness, and I think Michigan at the lines of scrimmage, offensively and defensively, is the strength.
If you combine these two teams,
that's it.
If you combine Michigan and Nebraska, that's like a top 4 team right there.
But can we cap Bryce Underwood instead of Raiola?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm taking Bryce over Raiola. Yes.
Yeah, because I feel like I've seen more from Bryce in 4 games to give me hope about who he's going to be than I've seen from Raiola in 17 now.
Petiti should issue like an in-season trade. He's like, I'm sending 2 receivers from you up to Ann Arbor. We're going to send a couple 300-pounders down to Lincoln, and let's roll with it. We're both better off.
We'll be able to do that by 2040. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
but Tom, to your point, Gary had it on the broadcast where it was like drops back, sees the split safeties, know the middle of the field is going to only have a referee in it, and look at my speed. Here we go. I mean, there are so many quarterbacks in college football today who just simply were not seeing it, and Bryce Underwood is in his 2nd career road start, 4th career start. Seems like he was seeing it.
Say what you want about Michigan's offense. All right, going back to Harbaugh and now with Sherrone Moore and how conservative they are and blah, blah, blah. I think Bryce Underwood at this point knows more about reading what a defense is doing before the snap than Dylan Raiola does, because I think Michigan's offense actually forces you to do so. Whereas in Nebraska's offense, you're only reading what your one player does. So that's why when you're Dylan Raiola, you don't even notice that corner is there, and you drop back, and without even ever looking, you turn to your right to throw the pass, and you throw it directly to the Michigan defensive back because you never saw him there.
I'm glad you brought that up, because the couple times that Michigan did get sacked tonight or got hit, they were trying to get more of that downhill run game look out of pistol.
Mm-hmm.
And Bryce gets smoked on the one. I think it's a corner blitz. I'm curious to see how they incorporate, because obviously you get the more downhill run look because you're actually turning your back to the defense. It's like a true run fake as opposed to just in gun, but you're not seeing it.
I'm sure that's going to be one of the adjustments, one of the things they work on as they continue to move forward. Again, Michigan now 3-1, only loss coming on the road to Oklahoma